collection continued on Thursday. In the morning, we were all at the wake-up call with Stella McCartney, who I think has really gotten into her groove now. She's been doing this for a while, and in the beginning it was a bit of a rocky road, but now she's really, settled into her into her oeuvre, and she's been doing, these beautiful slouchy jackets, along with the tailoring. It was a really fun romp, as usual, with Stella. She had some beautiful oversized jackets that actually morphed into jumpsuits, which isn't the easiest to wear, but just looked very cool. The palette was very simple, lots of nudes, which we've been seeing in Paris. And then for the evening, she had some cute dresses with sequins underlaid, with chiffon overlaid on top, which I thought was really cool. And it's also another look that we've been seeing in Paris this week. Later on in the day, we had Celine, which was a bit of a sad show because it was the final show for the Croatian designer of Ivana Omazic, who actually is going to be replaced by Phoebe Philo, who actually made Chloe famous a few years ago, so that should be interesting next season. But her final swan song was absolutely beautiful, I thought. Celine's always had very well-made, pretty clothes, and she just sent out a whole range of dresses in beautiful colors, like a shocking purple. We had some greens. It was just a really fun, beautiful show. Great shoes, and also, Celine's strong points, which is the trench coats and some of the jackets. A lot of tailoring in shoulders, which is another big theme that we're seeing here in Paris. The next morning we went to Chanel, which lifted all our spirits. Karl Lagerfeld actually recreated the very famous Chanel store in Rue Cambon here in Paris. He created a set to look exactly like the building, complete with sidewalks and curbs, and it was just a beautiful show. Also very geometric, another theme we're seeing, lots of black and white. The dresses at the end were absolutely beautiful, very poofy and dramatic, but just what fashion needs. And obviously the big news was the accessories as usual. He had these long pearl chains that kind of draped against the body, on the side, and he also had instead of this normal paper shopping bag, he reinvented them and made them in leather, which I'm sure people will be snatching up next season. Our final day, which was yesterday, we had three big runners. The first was Louis Vuitton, which actually we walked in and there was Edith Piaf playing on the soundtrack, so we knew it was going to be a very Parisian show. What it morphed into was, very high drama, high wattage show with, very beautifully tailored jackets. Again, the dramatic shoulder, fastened with an obi belt, separates with sequins, but very French. So striped sweaters with sequins, tailored suits. We had some beautiful Josephine Baker-inspired dresses with marabou feathers. The shoes were gorgeous with lots of fringe and details. Shoes are a big story as well here in Paris, which was a great show. Louis Vuitton was one of my favorites, definitely. This is Divia Harilela, fashion editor of the South China Morning Post, reporting from Paris, France on the spring-summer collections.